We did it. We did it. Successful intro has happened. We've had maybe 3, maybe 4 in the entire career of Pokésports, but we had it. It's here. Successful.
Everyone say we're proud of you, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's Game Riptide. Welcome to an elite level of Pokésports. Cheers.
Scared Riptide. Welcome, my friend. Oh boy. And then of course your frames on Discord are just going crazy right now. They're just going so crazy. You know, that's how it goes. That's fine. That's what life is like. Sometimes there's a big old thunderstorm outside. Do you have that thunderstorm right now too? Are we living the same thunderstorm?
Hey Siri, what's the weather?
Oh boy. Oh no. Kevin, go outside once.
3 degrees. Expect thunderstorms starting at noon.
Later.
It's coming.
About 70 degrees.
Thank you, Siri.
Later.
It's coming. Good to see everybody. Hello, Tanner and Conman Gaming and Scare and Riptide. Hello, welcome. Pierre, Angelos, good to see you. Good to see you. Will Pear. Shout out to all the pairs.
What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, Mick Lall, Bondalism. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Everyone's hyped about that Blastoise. So everyone wants to come and see what our thoughts are.
Bondalism said Blastoise bad, Decidueye good. I'm having trouble understanding if that's a meme. Okay, it is a meme.
Is it?
Good. Yeah, no.
Decidueye
was something we talked about last time.
Mm-hmm.
We said Decidueye would be a great Pokemon.
Decidueye is the yes.
To see if that was actually in.
It's a meme from something that we said.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Oh, we just unlocked the second milestone for Pikachu.
Woo!
Is that topic today?
Yes.
Okay, we talk about it later.
Yeah.
You guys didn't hear it.
No. Don't worry about it. Now I need to just make sure that my notes are in front of me. Ha! Here they are. Found them. Hope everyone's ready because today we're talking the Gambit here. Is it the Gambit or the Gamut?
Beats me.
What are we talking about? Is it the Gambit or the Gamut?
I think it's Gambit. The Gambit sounds like a real word.
A Gambit is a kind of sacrifice, where Gamut is a range. Gamut. That is actually what it is. We're running the Gamut.
Better.
We're running the range. Running the Gambit is wrong. Like, that's fine, but it's wrong.
Are we ever right, Mike?
No, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a big one. So let's get into it. It's already 9:10, so we gotta get some podcast in, or else we're gonna have nothing to talk about. It's good to see everybody. If you're a new member like Scarin, welcome. If you're an old member, welcome. Again, welcome back. And if you're not a member yet, consider. All right, here we go. Pokésports Podcast, episode 92, entitled Title. Hello and welcome to Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon podcast. I am Mike, and I've swapped over to Pokemon Smile. I play with 14 teeth on the top.
14 teeth. You counted your teeth today. I'm Kevin. Happy Gaslit Day.
Wow. So at least you remembered what day it was, though. So good for you.
I'm pretty sure we talked about it last week. I have to remember Ghastly. This is my dude. This is what got me to Master Tier.
Yeah, this is the next 3 weeks are going to be very, very Kevin-centric.
It's Kevin episodes, guys.
Yeah. Leading up to Gengar Day. When we hit Gengar Day, like, it had better be an all Unite episode. And that's just where we lose all of our audience.
There's so much respect that I have for Gengar that Gengar, I don't even play it anymore. But it's still my favorite Pokemon. It got that little heart in Pokemon Unite. I still have it standing right next to me. And it's a great time.
It's still sad as your favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, and it will be there forever. It deserves to be there. It worked so hard.
It did. Thank you. Thank you, Gengar. We will remember you. Yes, I did have to physically count my teeth. I don't know this trivia offhand, so I just had to count how many teeth I had on the top. I did have my wisdom teeth removed, so I would have had 16 if evolution didn't screw me over. So You know, that's just kind of how it goes. Sometimes Kevin's counting his teeth right now. I can see exactly
I
what he's
also
doing.
have 14.
There we go. There we go. He did it. He did it. Please, if you are in the chat and you just counted how many teeth you have on the top, please do let me know. I did count 13 earlier, and I was like, oh no. Oh no.
I somehow misplaced one.
What happened? Am I not as symmetrical as I thought I once was? But yes, we do play competitive Pokemon Smile now. We haven't booted up the game in a little while. I'm curious if it's still on the App Store. So that's what I'm going to go and check. Pokemon Smile. Yes, it is still on the App Store. Cool. I can't install it. Oops, I don't have enough space on my phone. All right. Well, putting that down.
What is your phone full of?
Oh,
codes, of course.
Rental codes, specifically rental codes. There's one big text file. It's about 64 gigs big.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, did you know that Build-A-Bear exists? Did you know that Pokemon has been like doing, I guess, a combination thing, a collaboration, that's the word, with Build-A-Bear for the past little while?
I know they had a Pikachu at one point.
And it looks like a bear. I went on the Build-A-Bear website to look at the Pokemon collaboration, and their Pikachu looks like a bear.
Build-A-Bear Pikachu. You never heard of the the Pikachu Beware crossover?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're in the same egg group, so.
So listen, yeah, you can buy a bear Pikachu with a whole bear paw print.
These are expensive.
They're expensive. They're a little pricey. What I found funny, so it's all
Bulbasaur. Yeah, this is rip off.
So
man.
each one of these are mostly like $60 to $65. You can get most of the Eevee evolution right now, as it looks like. You can get like Flareon, Jolteon, no Vaporeon. I'm seeing. Oh wow, where's the love for Vaporeon?
Espeon's in here.
Yeah, so the newest additions are Espeon and Umbreon. But what's cool is each of them have their own like voice chip with, I guess, the English voice actors doing the... Yeah, there you go. Kevin just listened to it. They're quite strange.
Stop, no. There's so much.
I don't want... it just keeps going. It does keep going.
Okay, guys, click Espeon. That was terrifying. Can you make them hear that?
I won't. I will not. I will not make them hear that. I will not absolutely make them hear it. However, what I found funny was on the site, you can get your Flareon, Jolteon, Umbreon, Espeon for $65, and they come with like this little robe, and it's cute, I guess. Or you can save yourself $1 and get an Eevee. Eevee is $64. Everything else is $65.
It costs $1 to evolve, guys.
It costs $1 to evolve. Pay to win, folks. Pay to win. $60 though, man.
That's just how much the evolution stone costs. So you have to pay for the evolution.
That's fair. That's fair. Base price of the Pokemon is pretty steep though.
So that means 5,000 Pokedollars directly converts to $1. Now we know the conversion, folks.
Yep.
We've done it here. Thanks, Build-A-Bear.
Ooh, Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear, your collaborations are pricey.
Build-A-Lore, that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's going to like Pokemon. The other half's going to like Nintendo, and then they get like 20 cents. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. Now, this was posted in the Discord where I believe it was Pierre afterward was like, it sucks that I'm in Canada. So US only. It's not actually US only. It can ship to Canada. However, it does cost another like $25 to ship that over to Canada. So not only are you paying, what is that? 25 plus 65, $90 to get it to Canada, but that's in US dollars, man. You're paying like 110, 120 Canadian just to get a Flareon, dude.
This is America.
That's Canada. Oh boy, it's a lot. It's a lot. But hey, if this will up your competitive game, please go and support local businesses instead, because I'm sure there's gonna be those somewhere.
Must be a ripoff.
mm,
Get in your heads, folks.
you know, we haven't been talking about the Pokemon Team Challenge at all. If you remember, do you remember that thing?
What is that?
Yeah. Moving on. Pokemon Legends is a thing. The Pokemon Team Challenge was like card shops and stuff. They had their own like local teams that they were making. So they would have like their local in-house tournaments, and then they would pass their results over to, I believe it was TPCI, who would then like be like, okay, the best people in the land from these specific places go and battle against each other. Mainly TCG, I think, and that's mostly I think why we didn't cover it. So I mean, for now there will be no big TCG esports, but we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Pokemon Legends is in the news today. So, Kevin, you sent me something recently.
Oh yeah.
There's a guy out there, and I'm trying to remember his name right now. Do you have his name? Who basically made Pokemon Legends.
And honestly, I watched that video through. It's Avatar Nick, by the way. You can find this on YouTube. The game isn't released because legal reasons. He didn't release it, but he plays it, and he played it live on stream. He made it, you know, in basic bare bones form. It looks really fun the way that he made it, at least. He did a lot, you know, just stealing models from the internet and making them do things and like building terrain and stuff. But yeah, it's wild that a person was able to make the game before the game came out. Again,
Yeah.
it's super bare bones, but it's so fun.
Well, you can do so much off of just the trailer, right?
And you know what's funny?
Mm.
And he did this, I'm pretty sure, as like a smack in Game Freak's face. He included every single Pokemon in the game.
Yeah.
And all he did was just download the because it's all available. Like pretty much the DS has been data mined to its core. He
Yeah.
just downloaded all the old DS sprites and their movements, and then just imported that. It's so easy.
It's
all of it's done already,
genius.
guys.
It's genius. And this person's been making like Switch games and like other kinds of games for a long time now. Like he made Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and remade League of Legends and all that stuff. Like he's known for remaking games, but going in with Legends this time just shows how easy it is to just make something at its like very bare bones, right? Like tossing in all of the Pokemon. You already have all the assets. You can make it like even just the effects. There were some moments where like they were missing effects, but you could tell that like if you just tossed in like a little lens flare here, like catching Pokemon would look really cool. Right now it's just like you throw a ball and then the Pokemon disappears, but it's like, hey, you just put like a puff of smoke and a puff of light and you're done. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to compare this to actual Pokemon Legends when it comes out. Obviously it's going to look much more polished and you know, better, one would hope.
You'd hope, yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see where that goes.
There are people saying that the development for that game has already finished. They're pretty much just waiting for a release and bug fixing right now. I don't know how true that is.
Your dad work for Nintendo, Kevin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
Hey, Dad.
You don't want to say that too loud.
Hey, Dad. Give me a Game Boy. But yeah, if that's the case, then this is a very good opportunity to start working on Gen 9 and fix your problems, guys. Pretty good opportunity.
You got some time, Game Freak? You got some time?
You don't need a break. There's no time for breaks. We gotta make money.
Make that money, honey. Oh man. I mean, hey, so like careful how much info you're putting out there, Game Freak, with your trailers and stuff. I know you want to build hype, but you better be building some pretty revolutionary stuff, or else people like Avatar Nick are just gonna make your game for you.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right. Moving on. In single battle news, we've got some single battle news for once. Back in Sword and Shield, for those of you who are still wicked into that game, next online competition for 50 BP is called Mythical Melee. Ooh. In this competition, it'll be a single battle, obviously. 1v1, where you can only use legendary or mythical Pokemon.
Yeah, that sounds actually fun.
Mm-hmm. So you're actually allowed to bring in mythical Pokemon for once, which is new. I would love to see a VGC online competition where you're allowed to bring in mythical Pokemon. I think that would be really, really cool.
Ironically, I'm participating in one.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Tell-
there's gonna be, I think it's September 5th. It's gonna be like an online tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be played on Showdown, where you can use all of the Pokemon Unite characters, and Zeraora is included in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of mythical Pokemon.
Mythical enough.
You get to use a mythical Pokemon. Yeah.
And a Greninja. I haven't used Greninja in like years, so that's nice too.
That's fair. Tell me about this this tournament.
So we spoke to the host of the tournament, who I don't know if we're supposed to keep a secret or not, but it was Justin Time, who is another YouTube channel, great guy, great individual. Yeah, it's going to be taking place on Showdown in the AM of September 5th. Pretty much any single Pokemon that's available in Pokemon Unite and all of their evolutionary forms are going to be available in just like a VGC best of one situation. So I got a team built for that, and I don't actually know what to do. See, the thing is, in my mind, I see things like Zeraora. I'm like, everyone's gonna play that, so I could just play Raichu and like Lightning Rock and be fine. That's the only really idea I have now. But at the same time, like, I want to play Zeraora. So, do I want to win or do I want to play Zeraora? I can't decide. But a bunch of big names are also like participating in this. I think Chupa VGC is participating. Moxie Boosted's going to participate, so it's going to be pretty competitive. And this is like a cash prize, and it's free to join, so go check it out. I think it's Just in Time Pokemon on Twitter or something. You could find it there.
Cool. That actually got me thinking about just all of the different mythical Pokemon that you can actually use, or you would be able to actually use in VGC. Just scrolling through it, I probably wouldn't be using Celebi, but Jirachi is absolutely a nightmare.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. Deoxys, same kind of thing.
Melmetal.
People would absolutely be using Darkrai. Darkrai was a problem back in the day because of Smeargle.
Oh, yeah. You weren't allowed to use Darkrai, but we still got Dark Voice.
Exactly. Shaman is more of a singles guy, but I could see you could probably, swing some kind of combo with that. Arceus, I think, would just be banned always. That's not a thing. Victini, though. Ooh.
Victini sounds pretty good.
Victini would be very, very good. See, that's coming from singles. This is the weird part, right? Because like I'm used to using these Pokemon. Like
I'm not.
Yeah. Shaman has seen a lot of use. Keldeo has seen a lot of use. Victini, Jirachi is an absolute nightmare in
never heard of him
in small gun battles. Yeah. Kevin never heard of it. Genesect is crazy good. It's so good. Yeah,
I'll trade you. I give you Scizor, you give me Genesect. It's like that meme.
Yeah.
The two,
Meloetta.
I loved using Smeargle with Dark Void. Dustin A, I should ban you for that comment, but I won't because I got a cup in my hand.
Meloetta is another one.
That one's pretty bad, decent. Right?
No, actually. You can
do?
You can get like pretty decent usage out of Meloetta. Yeah.
Doesn't it change typing?
It do.
When it's saying different, it goes, I'm a fighter now.
Yeah. It's a pretty like hardcore UU Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah. People are
pretty good.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, people would the cool thing about the Meloetta forms is you can actually like run both sets on it. So you can toss on Psychic, but you can also toss on Focus Blast, and then you can just put on Hyper Voice as well, just to kind of even out the normal typing, because it gets normal in both of its stances, but it also gets Psychic switching over to fighting.
I don't think you should ever rely on Focus Blast as a move.
Why?
Misses.
Focus
That's it.
miss, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, focus miss. But like that's the thing with singles, right? Like that's something that I realized in singles is that mistakes don't matter that much.
No.
So like you are allowed to use Focus Blast and just miss. VGC, you miss. You probably lost them on. Like
That's fair. Yeah, in singles you're not often OHKOing things, and if you are, then you're starting to sweep the game. I would say most hits in singles are at least like 2-hit KOs, 3-hit KOs, or setting up for a 1-hit KO. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. There's
But
a
yeah,
lot less room.
I would really be interested in a mythical inclusion in VGC. And I mean, if Sword and Shield's going to be out for a little while, and we're not bringing in the rest of the decks for a little bit, maybe we can see a set like that. I don't know.
I mean, this is the perfect opportunity. Y'all running out of options to play Pokemon, so you got to make some plays.
It's
right now, you're a little Cherum versus a Calyrex Ice. You're terrified. You know.
Exactly.
We're very hard to satisfy, especially us, Mike. We're hard to satisfy.
Well, the remaining player base is going to be very hard to satisfy. The remaining, and I think this is the point that I was trying to make last week, is the people that you have left on Sword and Shield are not the casual players. The casual players have moved on to the next casual game. What you have left is a like insatiable group of people who want the game to be better, and that is the competitive folk.
Yeah.
So you got to like really step up your game if you want people to continue on with Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Problem is, like, I feel like the remaining player base is so addicted they'll play anything. Like if they stuck around this far, they're in deep. It's the only game they're good at. They can't play another game.
Kevin trying to incite the rage of the remaining Pokemon competitive community.
I mean, I'm one of them. I'm still playing.
That's fair. I play often. I go to tournaments. I'm going to more tournaments than I've ever gone to. Yeah. James Pruner says, first time catching you guys live. Love the show. Listen every week on Spotify and have learned a lot about competitive from you guys. Thank you. I play with 2 Pokemon on the field. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you for playing with 2 Pokemon on the field. Congratulations for playing with 2 Pokemon on the field. Thank you for listening. Appreciate that quite a bit.
If y'all want to see what our faces look like and you're listening only to the podcast, check us out on YouTube.
That's right. And if you want to see what VGC looks like right now, we've got Picolytics, by the way, has really stepped up their game. Good job, Griffin.
Hi, Griffin.
Yeah. Love you,
Mr.
bud.
Legem. That's it.
Letting him. What?
Lucky him. Got it.
Oh, no. He's made a meta report section. And this has been around for a little bit now, but it shows the daily meta, the daily top like 6 Pokemon that are used. And in it, it shows their usage stats, but then underneath it, it shows those Pokemon's actual win rate. And the win rate, I realized, is something that we don't actually see too often. The win rate of, or win rate being the idea of if you bring this Pokemon on your team, what are the chances that you're actually going to be winning this? And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Because right now, we're seeing a resurgence in the ladder of one Stakataka, or as Kevin would call it, Stampsa.
Stacky tacky.
Stampy.
Stacka. Stooky tooky.
Tuki. Currently, Tic Tac is the number 5 used Pokemon with a 54% win rate.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
How do I see this?
If you go to Picolytics.com and you click on Meta Report, where it says that big shiny new button.
I don't see it as number 3. Am I seeing it wrong?
It might have moved since last week, but right now it's sitting at like actually
it's top 10.
It was top 10, yeah. It was sitting at a 54% win rate, and then it now has dropped to, what am I looking at here? Win rate. Yeah. It has dropped to about a 46. But that's the thing about these daily ones, is like looking at a tweet that he made last week where Stack Attack is sitting at like 50 whatever. What was it? 54%. It's now dropped to 46. But that could just mean that people are using less Trick Room today. Maybe tomorrow people are using a lot more of it. But it's still in that top 10, which is really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winrate's super interesting. Now that I'm looking at it, like some of these Pokemon has ridiculously high win rates. Like Aleki currently has a 56% win rate. Urshifu has a 55.8. Serena has a 55. Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. Serena's really good right now.
So one thing I noticed about this is just within even the top 10 Pokemon, going through like top 6 right now, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Regieleki, Urshifu, Zacian Crown, Landorus, Big Surprise. Those are all Pokemon that we've seen all over the place all the time. Win rate has a really big disparity. Like it's so different between win rate and usage stats. Incineroar, although it's used 46.6% of the time, almost 1 of every 2 games has Incineroar. The win rate is 47.8. So that means that more games than not, you're losing if you bring in an Incineroar. Going in with Rillaboom, it's the same kind of thing, 47.7 today at the time of recording. Regieleki is at 56%. So that means that Regieleki players are seeing more wins than losses, and that means that they're climbing more. Urshifu, same thing, 55.8. Zacian, same thing, 49.3. That's less than half. Landorus is above 50%. Stack Attack is below. Whimsicott's above. So most of these Pokemon in the top 20 are seeing somewhere between like 45 and 55% win rate. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of an interesting thing to look at today. What do you think?
If you guys are curious, what makes a Pokemon really good is if it has a very high win rate and very high usage at the same time.
Yes.
That means a Pokemon is broken.
Right
in
now,
an ideal
Regieleki.
world, yeah, like that's just a Pokemon that is clearly good. And ironically does really well as a core with both Rillaboom and Incineroar. That's kind of like the power couple.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the power thruple, because Regieleki, Rillaboom, Incin cover each other's weaknesses very well. They have like Intimidate, they have Fake Out, they have 200 base speed, so they kind of cover all the bases here for Series 10.
Right.
I'm like scrolling through the list and seeing some like wild outliers, like things like Cinderace having a ridiculously high win rate with a pretty average usage. Cinderace currently at a 62.5 win rate with a 2.6% usage. That means out of every 100 games, you'll see about 3 Cinderaces.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, because 62.5 is really respectable for a Pokemon that I in my brain doesn't make sense outside of a Dynamax format.
Right.
Right?
Right.
What does Cinderace do now? I know it gets Ally Switch and a bunch of other dumb moves that I guess if you want to run it as a support mon, you can.
Court change.
Oh, you thought you could Tailwind, not today, sir.
I live in the Tailwind. I was born in it. Molded by it. So, I mean, you see some really funky things in here, like Araquanid sitting at 68% win rate with 4.1% usage. So, like, I think the idea when you see things like that, and when you see things like Cinderace being so high and so lessly used, is that when you're bringing it with intent, and like you have a very specific reason for bringing those Pokemon. What that reason is, honestly, I couldn't tell you for Araquanid, but that person who has, or those people who are bringing it and winning 68% of the time with it, they clearly have some kind of understanding that I don't.
Honestly, I mean, taking like deeper dives into this list, Pokemon that I thought were very good have very low win rates.
Yeah.
Ferrothorn, 27.8% win rate. In my brain, Ferrothorn's a good Pokemon.
And it still very well could be. But I think because a lot of people have that in their head that it's a good Pokemon, that means that they're putting it on their team more. And those people who think that it's a good Pokemon aren't necessarily playing very well with it.
Here's one that'll surprise you.
Yes.
Torkoal, 36.4% win rate.
Oi.
Venusaur, 40% win rate.
What?
Venucle, what happened, you two?
See, and it's because it's a it's a meme. It's a meme. It's a very, very popular team right now. And so all of the people who want to try and experiment with new teams and fun teams and popular teams are bringing that. And they're losing with it because they don't necessarily know how to play it. The people who know how to play it are the ones who are seeing the much higher win rate with it.
Legendary cats and dogs are doing pretty good. I don't know what to call them. Entei, Suicune are like very high win rate, very high usage. So if you're not using those, you should definitely use them.
Get them on your team. They're real good.
Very strong. Don't do Raikou.
No. 5.4% usage on Suicune with 57.6% win rate. That's nuts.
Oh, yeah.
One, it means that not a lot of people are bringing it. Two, it means that when it does show up, it's meta breaking. I would hazard a guess that if you're seeing a high win rate with low usage, it means that Pokemon deals with the meta in a very unique way. And if we look at back to Araquanid with 68% win rate, you look at the top two, Incineroar and Rillaboom. What can Araquanid deal with? Fire and grass, specifically.
You got me there. Real quick, I want to pour one out for my boy Thundurus.
Yeah, bye.
Here you go. Pour one out for Thundurus, folks. 30% win rate.
Oh, wow. They tried. Thundurus tried.
Thundurus ain't as good as Dynamax Thundurus, let me tell you.
By the way, the way that the meta is going right now, if you're trying to pick up VGC and maybe get your Master Ball for the month, right now, my best suggestion, if you're really trying to play the meta, sitting at a 62.1% win rate, the top core of 4, thank you Picolytics, this is amazing information here, is Incineroar, Rillaboom, Regieleki, and Urshifu. Big surprise, I know. But those 4 specifically, not looking at Zacian Crowned, not looking at anything like that, those 4 specifically sitting at 62.1. If you remove the Urshifu and you put in Zacian, that drops it down to a 49.2% win rate. You're losing way more often than you're winning compared to that.
And you want to know what the highest top cores of 4 is?
That's what I just said.
Wait, is that the highest? No, because I see a higher one down here.
There's a higher one than that?
71.4% win rate.
Oh, you're right.
Calyrex Shadow, Tapu Lele, Urshifu, Whimsicott. And pretty self-explanatory why that's good.
Whoa. Okay. All right. So we're expanding Force right into September.
Oh yeah.
Spooky.
Okay.
71.4 though.
That's wild. You play 100 games, you won 72 of them.
You want to climb the ranks, go and do that. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Now, speaking of climbing the ranks, I want to real quick pay attention to something from Babiri.net, because there was an interesting development today specifically. On the homepage, you're able to see the top teams, the top used teams of the day, and usually it's ranked by whoever used it with the highest rating. Mm-hmm. And today, the top team, you already poured one out for Thundurus, so I'm gonna need you to dry up the carpet, because top team right now, there you go, has Thundurus, Urshifu, Indeedee F, Dialga, Incineroar, and Amoonguss. That's the top team.
Where do they do damage? Like, what?
Do you want to know?
How do they win without attacking?
I can tell you where they do damage. All from Indeedee.
I guess so.
All from Indeedee F. There was also on Babiri.net, it shows you the most recent replay, so I watched through that. It was from user Zazur, using a Thundurus Urshifu Rapid Strikes. The Urshifu is a Rapid Strike Urshifu, Urshifu. Indeedee F, and Dialga. No, sorry, Thundurus wasn't there. Amoonguss was there. It was Urshifu R, Indeedee F, Dialga, and Amoonguss. The way that battle worked was so toxic, so yucky, that it just made me sick to my core. And maybe it was because of Amoonguss, and everybody here knows how I feel about Amoonguss. But essentially, you led with Indeedee, and you led with, I believe it was Dialga, but then immediately swapped out the Dialga for Amoonguss. And that entire game was just Indeedee expanding force and Amoonguss spore. And that's all that ever happened. An Urshifu S came out at one point, and Indeedee was like, okay, follow me. It just got punched, and then that thing got spored. And once that happened, it was just downhill. The Urshifu R came out, close combated. The Urshifu S tries to protect, it can't be protected against other Urshifus, and it goes down to a close combat. It was really sad.
I guess the best offense is a good defense.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, you want to win? Put everything to sleep. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I believe every single turn that Amoonguss was up, it was sporing.
Can we take a second to look at the number 5 team? And I want Mike to read out what those Pokemon are.
Yeah, I got you. Number 5 team. Is that the one that's labeled as number 10?
The number 5 team on Babiri right now.
Okay, because it skips from number 1 to number 3 to number 7 to number 9 to number 10 for me.
Why?
I don't know.
That's weird.
But is that what I'm looking at? Am I talking about the Zacian, Incineroar, Regieleki, Grimmsnarl,
No.
Tapu Fini, Landorus team? No. Okay, you read it out.
You'll
Read it
know.
out.
Okay. You'll know it when, if you saw it. You'll know it when you see it.
Okay.
Venomoth,
Huh?
Drapion,
Babiria hid this one
Hitmonchan?
from me.
Hitmonchan. It's like, please don't do this, guys.
Don't look at it.
Dracovish, and Galvantula.
Okay,
And
I'm sorry. I
Drifblim.
spoke over you once. Can you please just list those out one more time for us?
We have Venomoth, Galvantula, Drapion, Drifblim, Hitmonchan, Dracovish.
Huh? But so we've got 3 bugs, boxing gloves, Dracovish, and what's the other non-bug?
Drifblim.
Drifblim. Who?
I don't know what's happening.
I need that team. I need that team.
Currently watching, and look, the replay that I'm watching, they're going into another piece of nonsense. They have a Sudowoodo, Espeon, Turtonator, Bisharp, Gastrodon, and Hitmontop. This is Series 10, folks. These are 2 high-ranking players.
I love
Not
it.
using a restricted, and they're just playing nonsense.
I love it. 3 bugs, no
confused.
restricted. That's wonderful. And I want to see it used in the meta. Can we track that person down, please?
I think we have to track down Mr. Babiri.net, Mr. Kowloon. Be like, hey, your site's broken. clearly thinks Zacian is Venomoth and that Rillaboom is Dracovish.
If there is any way that we can actually like theory craft any way for us to beat a meta team with that, I'm in. That
Yo,
oh
look
my
at it.
gosh.
Okay, so you put everything to sleep with Venomoth, because that's how you win.
That's how you win. That's just it. Wow. Okay. Well, cool. So I guess long story short, you can play the win rate. You can very much not play the win rate. And if you're good enough, you're going to win. So the resources are out there. Go and look up some stuff for yourself. We've got one last bit of VGC news today. Now, Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this just a Georgia VGC tournament?
Yes.
Okay. When was that?
Yesterday.
Okay. Tell me the news. You clearly know more about this than I do.
So, someone from our Discord, longtime Pokésports member, one of the most active people on the Discord, decided that he and his friend, who is also on the Discord, Tanner and Bazook, were going to bring locals back, which was really cool. So they were actually able to set up a tournament. Kudos to these two individuals because they're both like senior players, right? They're not. And in my brain, setting up a tournament and hosting a stream and doing all that stuff is just like beyond my comprehension. I think if Pokésports was ever going to do that, I would put as much on it on Mike as possible. Like, hey, Mike, figure that out. I might be like, okay, I'll be playing. Good night. So kudos to them for even setting it up. They did a really good job. It was really cool because a lot of people from our Discord actually participated. A lot of people from our Discord actually, got top cut, which was really awesome to see a bunch of familiar faces. Some people like Clover Bells actually commentated the whole event with Bazook, which is really cool. And we got we don't got usage stats per se, but we got top 4, which is really cool to see what these players were bringing. So the winner of the tournament is Abhay. I gotta make this.
Abhay.
My eyes are broken. Is Abhay, who won with a Kyogre, Serena, Incineroar, Incinesports, Ditto, Tornadus, and Shedinja. Spicy.
That's interesting. That's a spicy team.
Bringing 2 spicy mons. Bringing the Ditto and the Shedinja here.
Ditto and Shedinja. Okay, I see it.
We got
second up was Rowan Mocha, who has won a Pokesports League once, or a couple times. I want to say maybe more than once. I can't even remember right now. One with a Stack Attack. Hello, a Dragonite. I know he's a big Dragonite fan, so kudos on you for coming in second with that. Looks like a Calyrex S, Regieleki, Incineroar, and Rillaboom. Good Pokemon, all solid Pokemon. And then there's Padillac and Darius. Padillac, also from Pokesports Discord. Yeah, I mean, hey, good job for all of you guys who came in top 4. And for all the people playing. I love to see just the people getting out there and playing games again. There are ways of doing it safely right now, folks. So if you can manage it, definitely get out there. That's awesome.
Absolutely. If I had the patience to drive to Georgia, I would have, but you're too far.
I mean, that's fair. If I had the patience to cross the border.
Yeah, no, some people like actually traveled to go see that, to go participate. I know Squiddo traveled from Florida all the way up to Georgia, which is really cool.
Wow, that's commitment. That's dedication. So in Canada, it's a little like travel between provinces isn't really a thing because we're so like we have so many like so much more distance between them that like the idea of people going from like Ontario to like Manitoba to go and compete is just kind of unheard of. People going from like Ontario to Alberta is kind of unheard of, especially not for like one weekend. You do that for like a week or something, like on a vacation,
No, I get it. Nosation and top cut. Good job, guys.
Nosation. Hey, you did it.
Proud of you.
You did it. In fact, no, I was about to say there's no restricted in the 4th one, but no, that's a Yveltal right there. Top 4 restricteds in this one were Kyogre, Calyrex S again, and Yveltal. So cool. All right, and with that, let's take a little break. When we come back, we're talking more Unite stuff and a potential Pokemon TCG sport. I don't know. We'll see. Coming back after the break. We'll see you then. We're on a break.
Welcome to the break. Sparkle, you had a question before. You were saying you're wondering why Cherrim was good. The reason why Cherrim's good is because Flower Gift raises the defense and attack of itself and its allies, which means you can go for Solar Blade while you're also next to a Groudon, while Groudon gets the boosted Precipice Blades as well.
I think it's attack and special defense. Not that it matters. The attack is the only thing that matters.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
Is it special?
Yeah, it's attack and special defense.
Same garbage.
Yeah, that's nuts. It's like what's the other thing? Clefairy. It's the same thing that makes Clefairy really good, right? Like friend guard, increasing your defense and special defense. It's like anything that passively increases your attack is already pretty nuts.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I have Kirkland's signature baby wipes on my screen right now. I got to get those out of there. There you go.
Excuse me.
My friend of mine was asking.
Costco?
Yeah, a friend of mine was asking what they should get for their friend's baby shower. And I was like, just Kirkland brand wipes, man. Yeah, no matter how many baby wipes you get, you will never have enough. And parents in the chat can probably attest to that.
Still waiting for Zamazenta. You're gonna have to wait longer. Zamazenta is hard.
Zamazenta is a tough one.
It will be done eventually.
Will it?
I will try.
I wouldn't put that
easy.
out there. I think you're going to be banging your head against a wall.
I'd do that anyway.
That's fair. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking at the chat here. There's some people who are saying that they didn't like the video yet. That's cool, man. There's still time. There's still time, baby.
Hey, you don't have to like it yet. We don't even know if we like it.
That's what we do is afterwards, Kevin and I will go on our personal accounts. We'll look together and be like, hey, what did you think about this episode? Was it good enough? Was it thumbs up worthy? Thumbs down worthy? Sometimes we'll dislike our own video, man. We'll never do that. We never dislike our own video.
No, and you shouldn't too.
We decide afterwards. We're like, is this one worthy of our own likeage? Can't wait for the Unite bit. I'm struggling in the game. Do you find that you're struggling in the game right now as well, or do you just feel like every loss is like a major loss?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've actually had a pretty good run of games like recently. I was playing with Steve SBJ from PKM Cast, and we had like a really good run. I was just playing Wigglytuff, and it was so easy.
Really?
Wigglytuff was so much fun. I love that thing.
So
I have like a 68 or 69% win rate with Wigglytuff right now.
Dirty Wigglytuff player. It's cool to see like good supports kind of coming out now. Good support players coming out now. Because that was something that I remember really feeling in League of Legends for one or two metas, was just like a solid support can win you the game. You can have a mediocre or good like attacker player or speedster player, but if you have a good support on your team, oof.
That's the thing with me. Like I was trying so hard with Unite to like not fall into the same League of Legends trap that I did,
Which
and like
was?
which is learning support and being only good at that one role. I was trying to like branch out, try more like offensive roles, and then I was just like, screw it. I'm gonna try and play a support because me and Steve were on like a loss streak, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try playing a support, and I'm gonna go to Steve's lane and support Steve. And honestly, I was so comfortable with it.
Right.
And then I was like reading the chat, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, that Crustle play or that Wiggly play, Wiggly saved you." And it was wild. I'm like, yeah, someone notices I do something.
Yeah, I think it's
just like me. I'm good at the support role. I've always been.
Welcome back to Pokésports, everybody.
Hello.
It's fun to see. Like, I think Unite is one of those games where like, if a support player is good, you like really feel it. And a lot of that was due to the fact that supports were just really, really broken, and people like Snorlax were able to just body entire teams by blocking all of them. They're still able to do that to some extent. But like for things like Wigglytuff, like it's easy to see when a Wigglytuff is like doing those really good rollouts and rolling out into the enemy team and like setting you up for the kills. How do you play Wigglytuff?
I usually go Sing because that's more like reliable.
Beautiful.
But
Yeah.
rollout looks like so much fun sometimes when I see other people do it. But it's so situational, and you have to know angles. It's like, oof. I don't like situational. I like consistency.
Kevin doesn't like doing arithmetic.
Not too much math. I'd rather just have AOE, Sing,
Kevin
get a charm, get a sleep.
Kevin isn't trying to play geometry when he's bringing his Wigglytuffs. So Blastoise was announced.
About time.
Blastoise was confirmed, I should say. It was always announced. They weren't trying to hide it. It just wasn't in the game. It will be dropping on September 1st. So by the time people listen to this on Wednesday, it'll be here.
That's exciting, actually. I mean, I'll probably save up my coins for Blastoise. I didn't actually end up buying Blissey. But maybe Blastoise might be the one, you know?
Yeah.
I'm actually checking to see if they added Blastoise's abilities, because
They showed it.
They
showed it in the reveal trailer, and it looks a little different from how I remember it playing mobilely.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it has very similar movesets to Slowbro. So it has like the same scald animation. We don't know if it's actually scald, but same scald animation. Has the same surf animation.
It's just Slowbro.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like it gooshes water forward, or it surfs on water over, a certain amount of distance. But it also has a rapid spin. And the rapid spin is what's interesting to me. I don't personally remember the rapid spin from mobile. And maybe that's because either nobody played with it, or I didn't play with it, or something like that. Or maybe it just wasn't in the game and that's what they reworked. I don't know.
Did you like play a lot of mobile?
I
Was
played
there like a good sample size?
I played a fair amount of mobile. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say there's probably a good 50 or so games.
Oh, that's a lot. Wow.
Yeah. But either way, it looks like it's in the game now, and there is a like a big circular hydro pump where Blastoise is in the middle, and it does like the circle wide attack where it spins around and blasts water. So that could be kind of cool. Think like if you're familiar with League of Legends, people, think Darius's spin move, but with like real big range.
That sounds terrifying.
I think that's its Unite move. Yeah. So
okay, I got some information on it. They got Water Gun.
Yeah.
Which turns into they got Water Gun and Skull Bash.
Skull Bash. Okay.
Do you mind if I read this real quick?
Go for it.
Water Gun is ranged, shot of water, etc., does damage. Skull Bash fiercely rams the opposing opponent and leaves it unable to act. So interesting. That's a dash. That already sounds better than Water Gun in my opinion. I mean, if you're going Defender, then that sounds better. Level 5, it learns either Hydro Pump or Water Spout. Hydro Pump is just a better water gun.
Mm-hmm.
And Water Spout spouts water towards a designated area, decreasing the movement speed of opposing Pokemon in the area effect for a short period of time. Then it has another level 7 move, which is Surf, which is also a dash.
Slowbro. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the exact same thing as Slowbro. And then they have Rapid Spin that you can choose from, which is a buff. It buffs you, apparently. It doesn't say how. There's so little information on Rapid Spin that I think that this was a newly added move that they don't have information from.
Okay.
Interesting.
Good to know.
This is something I'm afraid of. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hydro Typhoon spouts water to attack while spinning and throws opposing Pokemon in a large area. The user is shielded while using this move.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't fit. This is one more thing that scares me.
Okay.
Cooldown, 1 second.
No, that can't be right. That's the Unite move. How's that going to be 1 second? No.
This is why they were having so much trouble.
No, those silly people. That's wrong. Come on.
Oh,
Literally
I guess
cannot be.
It might just be a placeholder because technically Unite moves can change depending on how many minions you kill. I could just be getting terrified for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, no, like Unite moves, the percentage will go up faster if you KO minions.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I checked on other websites. It said percent based. Never mind, take it all back.
Okay.
Cooldown percent based.
Good to know. Interesting. Okay, so we've got that coming in. As well, we have 2.5 million pre-registrations for Pokemon Unite Mobile, which means the Pikachu Unite license will be given to all mobile players at launch. Now, I believe we've also been confirmed that this is a cross-play game.
Yes.
So, fair to say that if you do not have a Pikachu so far and you have the gold for it, just go and invest in a Pikachu. Because you know what? You're going to get that gold when they give the Pikachu for free to everybody. They always give the Pokemon, and if you already have the Pokemon, they give the gold value of the Pokemon. So you'll just get that right back.
Yeah, honestly. I hope we get it for Switch too, I hope, right?
Well, I mean, if there's crossplay, then you
Theoretically, yes.
you got it, right? I guess, yeah, that's true. Maybe don't take my word for that, but we'll see. That's what I would do. That's what I'm probably going to do. Just go and get the Pokemon regardless.
You got like a whole month before we need to get the 10 million pre-registrations, right? Also, 5 million, not 10 million, is it 5 million? 2.5 million pre-registrations is wild. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people playing mobile. Now, mobile gaming, I will say mobile MOBAs, is very popular in like the Asia Pacific region. So while we're probably going to see in North America and EMEA and Europe and all those places, where we're probably going to see like a big surge in mobile gaming right when it starts, and then a stark decline, because we're not there yet. I firmly believe that Pokemon Unite is going to become a very, very popular game in Asia Pacific.
If it's not already, yeah.
If it's not already, yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are also downloading just so they can get the pre-registration stuff. I'm one of those people.
Oh, I've already done that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't done it already, you should. We can all get the Pikachu. They'll look cute together.
Yeah. So, I mean, good luck on Pokemon Unite. I still, like, every week that it's still around, still has me going, wow, this is actually happening. When I see the first, like, official Pokemon Unite tournament, that's when I'm going to be like, okay, this game's here. Depending on the registration and the player base on that.
I've been seeing former TOs or people that are TOs tweeting about Unite and wanting to set up a tournament. Like I know Jen Bamo was tweeting something about it, and she was when VGC was still being played. I say former TOs, they're still TOs, but there's like no competitions right now, official ones. When she was in charge of like Liberty Garden and like a very big New York, New Jersey VGC league. So if she has interest in it, then I feel like tournaments will come eventually. If TOs are going to pick up on this, they're going to be like, hey, play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Support this.
And that's the thing, too. If anybody out there is listening to this, if anybody out there is putting together a tournament and wants people who will commentate, Kevin and I are happy to commentate this game. We want to be right in there with Pokemon Unite because we think that it's really going to be a successful thing. We're going to put out a tweet on this as well. But yeah, if you're looking for commentators for your tournament, obviously send us a tweet at Pokesportspod or a DM, email at pokesportspodcast@gmail.com, any of that. Just reach out and we'll do the same. All right, last thing. There's a new set. There's a new Pokemon Tcg set. And we don't talk about TCG that often. It's something that we just kind of keep out of our mouths because, you know what, for the most part, not an esport. Doesn't really have a very prominent online player base. Pokemon TCG Online is a shoddy experience at best. In the new packaging for Fusion Strike, Pokemon TCG Online is no longer listed on the packaging. Instead, it shows that the packs will contain a code for Pokemon TCG Live. Now, no further details have been kind of given from Cerebi, but don't worry because that's where we come in. The whole thing with Pokemon TCG Live, obviously we don't have any other information for it either, but if that is a new like revamp of their online system, of their TCG, like, I guess, foray into digital card game spaces, that could be absolutely massive. What that would probably entail is a complete overhaul of the UI, of a complete overhaul in a matchmaking system, because there already are very successful digital card games out there right now that they can go and pull from. Back when they made TCG Online, it was kind of a Wild West space. There wasn't Hearthstone. There wasn't Shadowverse. There wasn't Magic the Gathering Online. Now there is. And they can see what a successful digital card game looks like. And so we might be finally seeing online TCG proper. That's hype.
My poor wallet.
Yeah.
Oh no. I see the addiction coming. TCG is pretty fun. Mike said it already. TCGO was very bad.
Yeah.
It was an outsourced software that was only available in North American and EU West regions, and hasn't been updated since its release.
Yeah.
This is the issue. So if this is some sanctioned, actual, created by Game Freak Pokemon Online live thing, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm here. And I think they're also releasing like a TCG game, right? Or is that something that I misinterpreted?
That might be something you misinterpreted.
Never mind.
Hopefully,
TCGO.
I mean, that would be cool. But
Dead. TCGL.
Yeah.
The new thing.
TCGL, exactly. Now, the interesting thing and the thing that could hinder it a bit is if you compare like Magic the Gathering Arena to Hearthstone. Hearthstone is a specifically digital card game where Magic the Gathering Arena is based on the actual physical cards. Hearthstone is able to do a lot with its like RNG mechanics. Because you don't have any of those coin flips or anything like that. They're able to go into like the 0.00 whatever's, the 0.xx of RNG chances. Whereas Magic the Gathering Arena is unable to do that. Pokemon would kind of fall into that same category as like, we'll have to flip a coin. It will be 1 or 2. We cannot add in those kind of randomizations, which makes for a more linear digital card game experience. So its potential is kind of limited by that. But I mean, I think it could still, just by name alone and the fact that people already know the game, it could become a very playable experience. And hopefully it's not just like you put in your cards from buying the physical packs and we'll give you cards that you can use in your game, because that sucks. I want the like grind through the game and the different modes in it, and you'll get cards that you can add to your deck that you didn't necessarily have to buy with real money. Like I want a proper free-to-play experience with that. I think like a free-to-play experience for Pokemon TCG is absolutely what people need. Because right now there's the barrier to entry is like entirely wallet based.
Oh yeah. Same thing for like actual TCG.
Yeah. You're either buying a deck or you're buying the cards to make a deck. Like it's rough right now. And digital card games like kind of fill that void that a lot of people have, where like, I want to be good at card games, but I also don't want to spend all my money on it. People will anyway, because you know, when a new pack comes out, everybody wants to be the first to have the cards, so they won't free to play it. They'll buy the packs, and that's fine. But I think just like meeting them in the middle somewhere where you don't always have to be buying the cards is super important, especially for a DCG, digital card game.
Let's see if they drop the ball. This becomes a Do We Trust Game Freak podcast.
Well, this one isn't Game Freak. This one's Wizards of the Coast. And they, you know what? And to be fair, they came through with Magic. I believe Magic is Wizards. I had to stop myself there. Magic the Gathering, Wizards. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So the weird thing about Wizards of the Coast is they own both Magic the Gathering and Pokemon TCG.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it's we'll see if they understand it, if they figure it out, if they can do it. Would be very nice.
You made one successful card game. Do it again.
Yeah. Laughs in MTG Commander. Yeah. So there, and to the opposite of MTG's credit, I forget what that word is, to their I don't know. What would one say to like to combat what? I don't know, whatever. Magic the Gathering Arena is rather successful right now, but there have been so many iterations of Magic the Gathering before Magic the Gathering Arena came out as a digital card game. So it's, ooh. They didn't do great before. Let's hope that they can do better now.
Hey, if it's competitive, we'll talk about it.
That's the thing. Yes. If it's competitive, we'll talk about it.
If it's not, we'll forget about it.
Yeah,
Welcome
exactly.
to Pokesports.
Wait, does Wizards of the Coast still own Pokemon? I need to figure this out. No. Nintendo gave the rights to of Wizards to Wizards of the Coast to Pokemon Company International in 2003. It only was owned by partially owned by Wizards for like 5 years.
So now they're asking them to make a game for them?
No, they're not doing it through Wizards.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So this would just be a TPCI. Uh-oh.
Oh,
So
no.
could be good, could be not good, right? Could be okay, could be not okay.
No.
Because this is TPCI's chance to not. Okay, because listen, if Wizards of the Coast were making a second game for a second digital card game, then it would basically just be Magic the Gathering Arena reskinned as Pokemon. However, now TPCI gets to look at what other successful digital card games have done and can make a similar experience to that.
What if it's just a translation error and nothing's changed?
Yeah. What if they're just rebranding TPC? What's it called? TCGO.
TCGO, yeah.
To TCGL.
Just change the name.
Oh, no.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right.
Glad y'all got excited for nothing.
Exactly. But I'm so excited.
Mike likes Hearthstone.
Unapologetically excited. I love Hearthstone. I haven't played it in months, but honestly, I love the idea of it. I think it's really, really great for the online community, and it gives a lot of people a lot of good things to do. So big ups to Hearthstone team for that. Anyway, that's been Pokésports, a competitive Hearthstone podcast. Make sure you go and follow us on the places that you can follow us. Twitch at twitch.tv/Pokésports. Twitter at PokesportsPod. You can check us out on Apple, what's it called? Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all those good places where podcasts are found. You rate and review us on there if you have the chance. And join our Patreon at patreon.com/PokesportsPodcast, where we will be doing another monthly league by the time this episode comes out. A new league will have started signups. Big congrats to Ken's with a very quick win this tournament, only dropping one game in the second round. So that was pretty sick.
Nice.
Ken's, I believe, is a first-time winner for Pokesports Pod. So yeah, big ups to Ken's. I want to give another big Patreon shout out to our monthly patrons, such as Matthew H, Corey, Carlo H, Scott D, Joseph G, King Boo, Martine, Ahmed, Greg T, Lewis J, Make It Totter, Ryan G, and so on. I want to give another big shout out to our mods, Mod Lupus, Mod Pierre, Mod Tofu, as well as M Dash, who created every single second of every single piece of music you hear on this podcast. Real good stuff. Kevin, how are you feeling going into this week? Anything new coming for you?
Nothing new really, but I do have something to say.
Oh.
If you guys don't actually stick around for the outro music is by far the best piece of symphony you'll ever hear in your life, and is so much better than the like center music and the intro that you don't even understand.
That's fair.
So stick around and listen to the outro. It's so good.
Those of you who only watch us live and have never looked at the podcast before, go and check out the podcast, because that includes cool outro music. People listening to it on podcasts will hear it right now. So bye, everybody.
Hoodaloos. Hasta la pasta. Eat pasta, run fasta. Bye-bye.
And everybody else who's listening on live, well, you'll just have to go and find it for yourselves.
Good riddance.
Maybe that'll introduce you to podcasting. Because, oh boy, it's a good
This
time.
thing that we do.
A bit of a rabbit hole. Anyway, see you
Other
later,
people do
everybody.
it, but